Hello LGs, this is the lady and I want to come in and show you guys a new unit. This is a full lace wig that I'm wearing. It is 20 inches in length and the color, it came in a number 6, okay? So the original color was this color right in here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then as you can see some dark coloring. That's me, okay? I did that. I went in and colored the roots of this unit with a reddish brown color. So that's how it looks, kind of right at the roots. I like for my roots to stay dark when I'm wearing a lighter unit. To me, it just looks more realistic. It looks more realistic and natural, and of course more complementary to my complexion when my roots are darker. But a number 6, as you can see, is more like a honey golden brown, if there's a color like that, or maybe just a honey golden blonde color. I'm not exactly sure the exact color description for it, but the number was number 6 because normally I get, you know, the basics, the number 1, which is jet black, the number 1 or 1B, which is an off black, you know, just a softer black, and then number 2, which is your dark brown, and 4, which is, it can come medium to a light brown. And so I never went to 6, and I wanted to see what 6 looked like, so I bought a full lace wig. Most of the time I don't buy full lace wigs for me. The only time I buy a full lace wig is if I'm just trying it out, trying to see if I like it, and then I'll go and order another one that has thin skin around the perimeter or a glueless cap. Okay, why I do that is because I don't like gluing my hair down. I don't like gluing the full lace wig on, and since I do have alopecia and I shave my head maybe every 3 weeks or so, I have to adhere it down with liquid adhesive when I have a full lace wig. I do have tape in the back, but around the front of the hairline I use liquid adhesive. And my liquid adhesive of choice is my Pro Salon 30. You guys see that? It is a lace wig bond glue, and it's supposed to be extreme hold. You see? And if you guys can see, the cost is $29.99. all right, you can find this at your local wig store, or you can probably find it also online. eBay, I believe, carry it, but I get a really good hold and very natural. It's very natural looking. It doesn't leave any residue or shine on my forehead area. And I did put a little bit, I went a little bit further out with the liquid adhesive this morning than I normally do, or where my hairline is. So just to show you guys, you can't even see, even though I can kind of feel a little tackiness right in here, you really can't see the glue, or the you can't tell that the glue is there. But if I lift up on it, you'll see that the hair is sticking there, and that's just where the extra glue was that I placed it. But for the most part, you can't, it's not too messy. Of course you want to just get a little bit on your brush, because you really just need a little bit of the liquid adhesive. You put that around one time, you let it sit for maybe a minute, and then you put on a second coat, and I wait for that to almost dry, you know, when it gets tacky, and then I put on my lace. And I do that so that the liquid adhesive doesn't seep through the honeycombs, which is what your lace is like made out of, or the shape of the lace. and that way it still holds the lace in place, but it doesn't get all stuck up in the honeycombs of your lace. And when you're taking it off, it just makes it so much easier to clean up. Okay, so don't apply your units when you're liquid adhesive. If you're using liquid adhesive, don't apply the unit on top of it if it's still very wet or if it's not tacky. So that's what you do. And I applied it this morning, so I didn't have a chance to tie it up or anything. So at night is the best time to apply your units. When you're using liquid, that gives it time to seal and bond with your lace and everything. You just apply it, put a scarf around your hairline, and put a silk bonnet or something, or your silk pillowcase, and you can go to sleep with your units on. So this one, I believe the density on it is 100%, so it's not a very full thick unit, which is perfect for me because my hair is naturally thin. And so this just looks very natural for me. And of course, with me coloring it, that also altered the texture just a little bit. It may have thinned it out just a little bit more, not to the point where you know it's pulling the hair out or anything. It just changes the texture just a little bit when you process these units, because one, they've already been processed with this color number 6. And I just took some hair coloring in a reddish brown color, so you can kind of see just a little hint of red as well as a dark brown color in it. And I just applied it at the root of the hair. Of course, when I was ready to rinse out the coloring, it went all the way through the strands, so that's why you're seeing some of the hair colored all the way down to the tip, is because when I rinsed it out, the coloring also went through the whole unit. So but I like it because it just, to me, makes it look that much more natural, and it gives me the highlights. It gives me an illusion of highlights. So so yeah, so even when I applied the coloring at the roots, I deliberately put it on so that it will fade the cap as well, because the cap color was very light. And I'll show you guys pictures or a clip of the original color and how it looked before I colored it. And so you'll see it wasn't bad, it was just not, to me, it didn't complement my skin tone. So I like having the dark color surrounding my face. Just wanted to come in and show you guys how it looks, how I applied it. Now what this is right here, looks like I got something stuck in my little, yeah, a little piece of something stuck in my glue, but this is how it looks. I think it looks really nice. Trying to make sure I tell you guys everything that I can on it. You guys can see and with me coloring the base of the cap as well, I think it really helped give it that natural look in the parting area. The knots are not bleached on it, but with the dark coloring, you guys can see that it gives that illusion that my knots are bleached. Most of the time when I get these units, the knots are bleached just at the hairline, okay? No further than that. If you want bleach knots, of course that's extra, and I think they only go a certain distance into the hair. They don't bleach the whole unit, and unless you ask for it. And if you ask for that, then it negates their guarantee that the hair won't shed, because they say that loosens or damages the knots on these units and cause them to be weaker, and so that's the reason they don't like bleaching the knots. But if you have some knot sealer, okay, which I also have, and this is the knot sealer that I purchased off of eBay. It's TDI's Fast Track, okay, and it doesn't say how much it costs. I forgot how much it costs. I've had it for a long time. Yeah, so if you have your knot sealer, whenever you do anything to your full lace wigs, glueless lace wigs, lace front wigs, like processing it with hair color, or you know, bleaching it, or you know, anytime you wash it, they say, anytime you even wash it, you want to seal your knots after every process. It off and turn it inside out, and then you take your knot sealer and spray directly onto the knots about 6 inches away from the unit. You don't want to overspray it, because you don't want this knot sealer to seep into the hair. You know, you want it just to sit on top of the lace so that it's grabbing those knots and only the knots, okay? If you put too much sealer on it and it seeps into the lace, then it's going to start, you know, keeping your hair from being free, free flowing and easy to move around, because now it's sticking the hair together. And just spraying it, maybe, you know, one coating over the whole unit, okay, is all you need to do. So very easy. And so yeah, so this is it. And then of course, when I color my units, I don't add any heat to them. I don't add any heat to it for like a week, okay? I let it get over the shock of being color treated, and then a week later, that's when I'll start adding curls to it with my heating curling iron, or my flat iron, or something to that effect, okay? That's pretty much it. Like I said, I do have it here down in the back with just tape, no liquid adhesive at all in the back. And I'll turn around so you guys can see what that's like. So I'll turn around and let you guys see the back, as well as stand up and let you see how long it is, because like I said, it is 18 to 20 inches. I think it's 18 inches. 20 inches usually comes mid boob to me. So this is an 18-inch, and this is the color and how it looks now that I've colored it. And as you guys can see, the coloring did not damage the hair at all. I'll show you the ends. The texture on this is yaki, so it's going to be a little coarser than your silky straight or your Indian or Chinese units, okay? And that's the texture I love to get for me. So I hope you're able to see the density of it. It's 100% density, so it's not really full or thick, but it's a nice normal 100% is your normal density. And what I like about it is the hairline. Sometimes these units come and it's so thick around the hairline that it doesn't look natural. But with the wispy hairs and everything, it gives you a really nice, natural, realistic look. And when I part it, I can actually see the part. You know, sometimes the hair is so thick that you have to pluck out some of the hair because it's so thick and unnatural looking. But this one actually looks pretty good. And I don't make straight parts because to me it just doesn't look natural when you see someone whose part is so razor straight. You know, I see a lot of girls who have the weaves and everything, and their part is, it looks like it was parted with a razor. It's just, it almost looked painful. So I don't like that look. So I like to have my part just a little bit off center, as well as not you know, razor straight. I don't like that. That's just me. Okay, so anyway, that's my review on this full lace wig, yaki texture. Oh, and it is Mongolian hair, it's not Indian Remy. Okay, so that's all that I have for you that's all I have for you right now. You guys be blessed and a blessing, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Oh, and my featured product, actually it's two. It's a lipstick I'm wearing. I am wearing Milani's. This one is Raspberry Icing. I put it on first. It's a very pretty, glossy. And then in the bow of my lips, I'm wearing Wet n Wild. And this one is Lollipop Star. Okay. So this is how it looks. And I just put it in the bow area of my lips. Like so. So those are my featured products. Alright. Hope you like it. You guys be blessed and a blessing, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.